you will have him wrapped around your fingers. If you knew these 5 male weaknesses. Ladies, understanding men can feel like cracking a code, with their behaviors often leaving us confused. Many of us approach relationships with assumptions, some true, many misguided. However, every man has predictable emotional vulnerabilities that, when understood, can foster deeper connections. Men may appear stoic, but behind that facade lies a world of unspoken needs and desires. By recognizing these emotional weaknesses, you can unlock his true affection without manipulation. We will explore 5 emotional vulnerabilities in men, from their need for respect to their fear of failure, offering insight into how to create an irresistible, meaningful bond. If you're ready, type "I am ready" in the comments. 1. His overwhelming desire for respect. Respect is a powerful concept for men. Whether they are CEOs like John, commanding boardrooms, or artists like David, pursuing their dreams, men value respect deeply. It's not just admiration, but the affirmation of their worth, the validation of who they are, and what they contribute. For instance, when Sarah praises David for his dedication to his art, she's not merely acknowledging the result of his work. She's affirming his commitment and character. These moments of recognition are often when a man's face lights up, not because of the words themselves, but because he feels truly seen. For example, John might appreciate it when his partner, Emily, commends his leadership after a successful meeting. This simple acknowledgement isn't just about praise. It's about affirming his identity. However, the lack of respect can cause men to withdraw. If Emily were dismissive of John's leadership efforts, even jokingly, he might close off emotionally and become defensive. The key to building a deeper connection with men lies in offering genuine respect. Men respond powerfully to this when they feel valued for their unique contributions and abilities. Take, for instance, Sarah's admiration for David's discipline in his career. When she verbalizes how committed he is to his art, David sits taller, visibly proud. The effect is subtle yet profound. But disrespect can damage trust. A sarcastic comment, like a joke about his cooking ability, even if light-hearted, can erode his confidence. Respect is not a one-time effort. It is an ongoing practice. It involves consistent recognition of his efforts, however small, and creating a safe space where he feels appreciated. This foundation encourages him to open up emotionally, fostering intimacy. Offering respect isn't about putting yourself aside. It's about maintaining your voice while honoring his contributions. When a woman makes a man feel like a king, without losing her identity, the relationship thrives. 2. His need for emotional security. While respect is the cornerstone of a man's emotional world, emotional security is the gateway to his heart. Men, despite their external toughness, have deep emotional needs that they often suppress due to societal expectations. When they do not feel emotionally secure, they pull back or hesitate to share their struggles. It's not a matter of trust but fear of judgment. Emotional security means creating a space where men like Michael feel free to be themselves, flaws and all, without risking rejection. For example, during an argument, Michael might become quiet and distant. This behavior is not because he doesn't trust or care about Anna, but because he fears being judged. Anna, by providing emotional security, creates a safe haven where Michael can be vulnerable. How can this be achieved? Listening is key. When Michael shares a tough day, instead of rushing to fix the problem, Anna might say, "That sounds really tough. I'm here for you," showing she values his emotions. Emotional security is also about being consistent. If Anna responds warmly and reassuringly when Michael seeks comfort, it builds a foundation of trust. But if she dismisses him indifferently, it shakes that foundation. Men crave emotional intimacy just as much as women, but often don't know how to ask for it. When a woman shares her own vulnerabilities, it creates a space for reciprocity. This vulnerability allows for deeper emotional connection, making men like Michael feel safer and more open. A simple but powerful question, like, "What's something you wish people understood about you?" could unlock deeper emotional layers, allowing for an even stronger connection. 3. His attraction to feminine energy. If emotional security anchors a man, feminine energy is the magnetic force that captivates him. Have you ever noticed how some women effortlessly command attention in a room? It's not just their appearance, it's their energy. Feminine energy is about being fully present in the moment, exuding an air of ease and authenticity that draws people in. For men, this energy is like a breath of fresh air in a world that often demands they stay rigid and composed. But what does feminine energy look like in practice? It's in the way you laugh freely, how you listen deeply, and the way you nurture connections. It's the sparkle in your eyes when you talk about something you love, the way you let your emotions flow naturally, and the way you show kindness not just to him, but to everyone around you. Here's a secret. Men crave this softness because it balances their strength. While they may admire independence and ambition, what truly captivates them is a woman who can be strong and emotionally open. Someone who reminds them that it's okay to feel, to let their guard down, to simply be. But embodying feminine energy doesn't mean losing yourself to please him. It's about showing up as your authentic self. Feminine energy isn't about being passive, but embracing natural warmth, emotional depth, and a complementary energy to masculine traits. For men like David, whose lives demand a lot of rigidity and composure, feminine energy is refreshing and grounding. For instance, when Emily shares a story about a funny incident at work and laughs genuinely, her authentic ease in the moment draws John in. It's not about impressing him, but simply being herself. Feminine energy is about radiating authenticity, warmth, and emotional openness. It's about showing kindness, nurturing connections, and expressing joy in the little things. However, feminine energy doesn't mean sacrificing strength or independence. Sarah's passionate pursuit of her career is a form of feminine energy. Her drive and creativity, combined with emotional warmth, balance David's more grounded nature. When she's emotionally open and vulnerable, it invites him to be the same, and they share a deeper bond. Men appreciate this dynamic because, in a world where they are often expected to provide and perform, a woman's feminine energy is like a sanctuary, a reminder that life is not just about striving, but also about being. This energy draws men in, not just because of physical appearance, but because of the authenticity it radiates. Feminine energy invites men like Michael to open up, fostering a partnership where both energies complement each other. It doesn't require changing who you are, but embracing your true self. By doing so, you create a space where both partners can relax, connect, and grow together. 4. His fear of failure and how to face it with grace. Underneath a man's confidence often lies a deep-seated fear of failure. The fear of failure isn't just about failing in big ways like losing a job. It's about the quieter, more personal moments where they fear falling short, whether in your eyes, their own, or the world's understanding. Society often ties a man's worth to his ability to succeed, provide, and lead. So when something doesn't go as planned, it can feel like a blow to his very sense of self. Failure for many men isn't simply an event, it's an attack on their identity. This is why men can sometimes seem distant or irritable after a setback. They're processing not just the event, but what it means about their ability to fulfill their role. Have you ever noticed how he reacts when he doesn't meet a goal he set for himself? Maybe he brushes it off with humor, retreats into silence, or gets unusually defensive. These are all ways of protecting himself from the vulnerability of admitting, "I feel like I failed." And while he may not say those words aloud, the emotion behind them is real. This fear can be paralyzing, preventing him from taking risks. In relationships, this fear can manifest as hesitation to share ambitions, struggles, or vulnerabilities. A partner's understanding and support can help him confront this fear. For men like David, who work hard to achieve their goals, failure can feel like a reflection of their worth. Men often fear that failure will lead to rejection or judgment. A partner who offers a non-judgmental space for him to express these fears creates emotional security and helps alleviate this burden. By supporting him with patience and understanding, you allow him to take risks and pursue his passions without the weight of fear holding him back. So how can you support him through this without stepping on his pride? Start by recognizing that he doesn't always need solutions. He needs understanding. When he shares something that didn't go as planned, resist the urge to jump in with advice or ways to fix it. Instead, acknowledge his feelings. A simple, "That sounds really frustrating. I'm here if you need to talk about it," can work wonders. Let's say David is struggling to get his art career off the ground. Sarah might sense his anxiety and offer her encouragement, saying, "I believe in your talent. Even if things don't work out right now, you'll figure it out, and I'm with you every step of the way." Her belief in him, coupled with her emotional security, provides the support he needs to face his fears. Another way to ease his fear of failure is to focus on the effort, not just the outcome. Praise him for his determination, his hard work, or his creativity qualities that remain intact even when the results fall short. For example, if he's disappointed about a missed promotion, you might say, "I know how much you put into that. It's clear you're passionate about what you do, and that's something I really admire." This not only validates his feelings, but also shifts the focus to what makes him valuable beyond external achievements at the same time. 5. His need for space in relationships. One of the most confusing aspects of a man's behavior in relationships is his need for space. At times, he might seem fully engaged, listening intently to every word you say, and other times he appears distant or withdrawn. This shift can often feel unsettling, especially for women who may interpret this withdrawal as a lack of interest or affection. However, it's important to understand that his need for space is not a reflection of his feelings toward you. In fact, it's an essential part of how many men process emotions, recharge, and maintain their sense of independence. Take the example of Ethan and Mia, who have been dating for a year. One evening, after an emotionally charged conversation about their future, Ethan becomes quieter and seems withdrawn for the next few days. Mia, feeling confused and unsure, worries that he's losing interest in her. She becomes frustrated and tries to engage him more frequently, but Ethan pulls further away. What Mia doesn't realize is that Ethan's need for space is his way of recalibrating emotionally. Like a rubber band, he stretches himself thin with work, responsibilities, and his relationship. And when the tension becomes too much, he retreats to restore balance and regain clarity. This need for space can be difficult to understand, especially when emotions are involved. Men, such as Ethan, often retreat into solitude during moments of emotional overload, or when they feel the need to refocus their energy. It's during these times that they process their emotions, reflect on their lives, and regain a sense of inner peace. The act of withdrawing doesn't mean they are pulling away from their partner. It's simply a part of how they manage the stress and emotions that build up in their lives. For instance, after a long week of work, Ethan might become quiet and retreat into his hobbies, like playing video games or reading, while Mia spends the weekend catching up with her friends. She may misinterpret this behavior, wondering if something is wrong with their relationship. However, Ethan's withdrawal has little to do with his feelings for Mia. It's more about his need to reset, both mentally and emotionally. How you respond to his need for space is critical. If you chase him, demand an explanation, or take it personally, it can lead to more distance and make him feel smothered. On the other hand, if you can calmly respect his need for space, it sends a powerful message. I trust you, and I trust our connection. It shows that you believe in the strength of your relationship, and you are secure enough to give him the room to breathe. A great way to handle this is by staying calm and composed when you notice him pulling away. Instead of panicking, use this time to focus on yourself. Take a walk, immerse yourself in a hobby, or simply spend time with friends. This not only prevents you from overthinking the situation, but also reminds him of the independent, vibrant person he was first drawn to. For example, while Ethan is recharging, Mia might spend some time doing things she enjoys, such as painting or catching up with her sister. This time apart allows both of them to grow individually, making their relationship stronger in the long run. When Ethan eventually comes back to Mia, feeling recharged and ready to engage again, her welcoming response makes a huge difference. Instead of harboring resentment or making passive-aggressive remarks, Mia could say, I hope you had some time to yourself. This simple acknowledgement that she respects his need for space without judgment or hostility will make Ethan feel safe and valued. It's also important to remember that space doesn't just refer to physical distance. Sometimes it's about emotional space, giving him the freedom to process his thoughts and feelings in his own time. For example, when Ethan is stressed about a work project, he may not be ready to talk about it right away. Mia, understanding that he will open up when he's ready, refrains from pressuring him for details. This shows Ethan that she respects his emotional boundaries, which in turn deepens the trust and understanding in their relationship. Respecting his need for space isn't about creating distance or losing connection. It's about strengthening the bond between you. When you give him the space to be himself and recharge, it leads to a deeper sense of mutual respect and appreciation. In turn, he will likely reciprocate the favor, offering you the same understanding when you need time for yourself. For example, when Mia has a stressful week at work, Ethan, knowing how important personal space is, encourages her to take some time to relax and unwind. In relationships, it's natural to want to stay connected at all times, but recognizing and honoring each other's individual needs for space is key. By adjusting your perspective on these moments of withdrawal, you can avoid unnecessary frustration and instead create an environment where both partners feel safe and understood. As Ethan and Mia learn, respecting each other's need for space doesn't undermine the relationship. It enhances it by allowing both individuals to remain emotionally healthy and connected. If you're enjoying this video so far, please give this video a thumbs up so YouTube can show it to many more women as well. Have you liked the video? Please, I'm waiting. When you're done giving me a thumbs up, we will continue. Thank you for giving me a thumbs up. Okay, let's continue. Space in a relationship is vital for maintaining a sense of balance and emotional well-being. Understanding this need allows partners like Mia and Ethan to thrive individually and together. By embracing his need for solitude and focusing on your own growth, you allow your relationship to evolve into one built on mutual respect, trust, and independence. We've explored the top 5 emotional vulnerabilities men rarely admit but deeply feel, like their need for respect, emotional security, and feminine energy. These insights can transform how you approach your relationship, helping you connect on a deeper, more authentic level. The beauty of understanding these vulnerabilities is their simplicity. You don't need to change yourself, just truly see him beneath his stoic exterior. This empowers you to approach the relationship with confidence and intention. Start small, with respect or leaning into your feminine energy, and watch your connection grow. If this video resonated with you, don't forget to like this video and leave a comment below if you would like to see a part 2 of this video. If you're inspired to explore these insights further, please subscribe for more tips and let's continue this journey together.